The price per item must be stated on a receipt or an invoice, as must the quantity of each item that you're purchasing, each good or each service. A description of the good or service must be included, and the supplier's name and address must also be included. The date and the tax point must be on there. They can be different. It's very unlikely. Technically they can be, but it's very unlikely, okay? Because that's the date that HMRC will look at from a VAT point of view as to which VAT period the invoice goes in. They must have a unique invoice number that runs sequentially. That's important as well, a reference of some description. And the supplier's VAT number must be stated on the invoice or the receipt. The total VAT charge has to be on there, as does the rate of VAT charged per line item, because you could have, like in this example, different VATable rates within one purchase. So you might have some exempt supplies on there, you might have some standard rated supplies, zero rated supplies, there's lots of different rates out there. And finally, you must have the total excluding the VAT. So, if you're doing your own bookkeeping, you must make sure that any receipts or invoices over £250 have all those things on if you want to reclaim the VAT. All right, over £250. If it's less than £250, they're the only details you need. Because if you imagine if you just go into Staples and buy a bit of paper, some pens, printer cartridges, they don't ask you what your company's name and address is. Although I think PC World used to actually. They're just going to give you a receipt off the till. Yeah, some places do ask for your details, but generally you're not going to get your company's name and address on that receipt. And the split or the breakdown, the details doesn't have to be quite as explicit as if as for a purchase over £250. You just need the total amount charged on the invoice. You don't need all the breakdown.